Hi everyone, Cal here from Soldair, back with another Create with me. I was having so much fun working on recycled art yesterday. I thought I'd come back on and do some more. I have a green palette for St. Patrick's Day. This was the card that I worked on yesterday, and I fixed the nose on her. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I haven't done any distressing to the back of this yet, but I'm just going to set that aside for another time. And these were the tabs that I made. And again, I'm just going to set them aside until I'm ready to use them, and I can decorate them some more when I get to that. Then I had some other recycled bits. Here they are. So I had this one that I was going to make like into a little slide or card, picture on the front. And so we'll see what we can put in there. And then this was another piece of packaging that I added some green watercolor to, and I haven't decided what to put on this yet, but we'll get there. And then this was the one that I was going to make into like a little notebook, like something like that. So let's get started. I'm going to just put some packaging behind, or not packaging, belly paper behind this. I'm thinking on this one I just want to go ahead and add some green to it to just kind of get a first layer of paint down on it. This is some very old heavy body acrylic that I've had for a long time. I'm just going to put it right on the packaging. And I got a brush here. Alright, this brush needs some water on it. More water. And just kind of. So it's cold and windy here today. It's still winter. And yesterday was a fun day because my mom and I got some gardening started. So we prepared a bed for potatoes. Yeah, that was fun. And then after that I just came home and relaxed and edited and uploaded yesterday's video, or the last video. So we'll let that dry. So that just kind of highlighted it, and then maybe we'll put some more collage on it. And let's see here. On this one, let's put some Distress Oxide on it. And I'm just gonna go right onto it. This is Salvage Patina. It's almost of a turquoise color instead. And then, because this is, what do you call it, glossy, I'm going to kind of distress that a little bit, because otherwise the glossy is not going to really keep the color on it. What can I use to do that? Maybe, let's see if I have something over here. I had a piece of sandpaper somewhere, but of course it's gotten off to its own little place. Okay, let's just use some scissors and try to scratch it up a little bit with the scissors. Of course, you could just cover it with some paper, but I wanted to try scratching it. And then I'll put some of this on here. Let's see, and then we can just take some water and spritz it a little, and let it soak in. There's a little piece of paper on here that I can use to kind of spread it out. And you can see how it kind of pools on the white, but it'll be okay. When it dries, I can do some more things to it to get it to react. So we'll just leave that like that. Let that dry. So now we got two things drying. And on this, let's do a stamp, a rubber stamp. Here, I got some little doodles on this stamp here. It'll be fun to use. And it's very subtle, but it adds to it. So I'm wondering about this card here, if I could put that in there, and then the back side could be a journaling card. So let's just glue that down. That sounds good to me. And this is just some clear Elmer's glue that I put in this this aqua liquid gold thing. I mean, I'm sure that the mono glue is better, but I just like that container, and I thought I'm just going to use it and refill it instead of buying more. So let's make sure that that's where we want it to be, kind of centered. And baby wipe. So I was supposed to get up early and go to the St. Patrick's Day parade, but I just didn't feel like being out in the cold today. So I've just been having a nice day at home, slept in, sat on the couch, watched some YouTube, with my puppy dogs. Okay, so then let's put some paper on the back of this. What I got over here. I actually have some watercolor paper. Let's put that on there. Then you could also sketch on the back of this. Probably need a little more glue. There's my scissors again. So sometimes it's just nice to find and work on things that you enjoy working on. I mean, yesterday I enjoyed working on that face of that lady that I was inspired by. And I'm going to show you some other things that I was inspired by a little bit here while these things dry. If this doesn't stay down well enough, I can always add some other glue. So, all right, so we've got that started, this started, and this started. We need an image to put in there. It's still drying. Let's dab it off a little bit. It kind of did seep into those marks a little bit, so that's good. So while these are drying, I'm going to show you some things, how I found some inspiration today. Put my paints over here. So sometimes there's just lots of different ways you could make a mood board, but since I was sitting on the couch and looking at YouTube and stuff, I just kind of decided to go online and look for some images. And two things that I did. One, since I mentioned Lynn at a bit of birdsong yesterday and found out that she didn't have any cards left, I noticed that she had some cool digitals. So I'm going to show you the digitals that I got from her Etsy shop today. So I believe this one is, these are, I think these are cool. Excuse for absence. So I don't know if any of you guys used to do this, but I would have to write my own note and then have my mom sign it because she worked second shift, and so she was usually tired when she got home, and I had to go to school the next morning, so I'd have to kind of wake her up to just sign it. These are some just old vintage receipts that she actually scanned in from some original stuff. Here's some more pieces, bits and pieces. I like these little sketches. And one more from that set. Oh wait, I think there was, yeah, there's four pages I think in this set. It might have been 5, but I didn't really pay attention. I'll link her Etsy shop and you can check it out. And then this, oh, this came with it. This was the 5th piece. There we go. So like an investments typed thing. And then this history test came with the excused absences. And then she had some vintage traveling ladies, so I had to get those too. Some really cool black and white photos. So I will link her Etsy shop so you can look for those. So those inspired me. I was watching Roxy Creations making a bunch of paper bundles and thought, ooh, these would be good to put in a little paper, you know, just add to the paper bundle. And then this was what I found on free images online that I wanted to use to inspire me to work on another recycled piece of art that I want to work on. I may not work on it totally on camera, but I just wanted to show you what was inspiring me, and then what I'm going to try to recreate or use these things to springboard into the creation of the thing I'm going to make. So first thing I found was this book cover or notebook cover on the New York Public Library archives. They have free, copyright-free, public domain images, and I just thought I liked the look of that. I don't know if you can see closer up, but there's cool detail like on the spine there. It shows up better in the photo online. And then the rest of the images are from Graphics Fairy. So I'll link both of those as well. Graphics Fairy has lots of beautiful botanicals, and this just reminded me of lavender. I wasn't sure if it was lavender, but it reminded me of lavender. So I picked that. It also looks like rosemary now that I'm looking at it. And so the green and the purple. And then, because my mom's talking about planting lavender, so I guess I was thinking about that. And then this was like an Art Nouveau postcard of a lady, and I thought she would be fun to possibly sketch, and also just to use the color tones in here. I'm seeing the red, you know, the burgundies and kind of the light yellows and the purple and greens. And then you have this little chick that also has kind of those yellows, and he's holding some little violets in his beak. And then these two I picked because I liked the black and white. Again, kind of sketchy thing on this, so maybe I could recreate some of that floral sketching. And one thing that they have on Graphics Fairy that I find fun and interesting and forget about sometimes is they have how to draw graphics. So this is how to draw a 4-leaf clover, and so I might practice doing this step by step in my journal, and then the other thing is that I just like the graphic, and I could cut that out and use it in collage if I want to. So that's my mood board or inspiration for the project that I'm going to show you now. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the names of the artists where I got this idea from, but I will link them. I've been scrolling through a lot of things like I usually do. And so one of the artists was showing, let me think for a second. Okay, her name is Lee, I don't know how to say her name. It's Leaca. So like Leisha, and Leisha Young, I think. And she's a mixed media artist out of Alaska, so that intrigued me. And she was showing a travel kit that she was doing. And one of the things that she had was a kind of a canvas, hand-painted canvas journal holder or summer kind of carry your stuff around holder. And I was going to take the class that she recommended, the artist where she learned how to make it. And then I decided, well, I think I'll wait and try to figure this out for myself. So in their class, they used, the supply list said they used unbleached canvas. And this week, my old laundry bag ripped, and so I got a different laundry basket now. But I thought that this fabric would be perfect to make this acrylic painted folder. And if I think, like I said, I will link all of these things so that you can check them out yourself. But I thought this already has some cool details, like this tie on it, and there's some Velcro on the little lid. So I will come back when I do more on it, but I believe that what I will do is, back to my inspiration page, use some of these colors as my color palette, you know, to go through my acrylics and find these colors and use them, and then add some kind of line drawing with either a black paint pen or something like that. So I will be back with more of that idea. In the meantime, let's do some more recycled art with our packaging, because these things are dry enough now. And so we have this one still. And this one I want to add some things to. Let's see if I want to. Last night I was on the couch just making some little ephemera out of other scraps of paper. So, and basically just taking 3 pieces of paper and stapling them together or gluing them together. Some are painted papers, that's from a magazine, an envelope. Some of them were things that I'd made before, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with them anymore. These were from Collage Weekly Planner. In the back she has some images in ephemera. This one I liked. I just stapled it in one corner with 3 staples, so that could become something. This was some printables from Johanna, and this was a photo that I had that I made a photocopy of that I got at an antique store. And then this is a consignment tag from something that I bought. So I'm thinking if I make this into a notebook, which way do we want it to go? Kind of like it like this, I think. And then maybe I can fold that up and kind of make like that. Make like the, what do you call it? A matchbook. A matchbook notebook. All right, so let's keep going here. Let's figure out how. So this will be the cover and this will be the back. And so let's see what else we can put on here to give it some interest. I think I'm gonna try glue down some. I just have plastic baggies of things over here. I have, I can see in here some cut paper. There's a leaf. Newsprint. There's a label from some kind of soda, club soda. It's pretty. I like that. So I'm just going to use my glue stick and do some collaging here. And I'm thinking about possibly using this or this as a focal point on there. So we'll create for about another 5 minutes or so. I don't want to make a long video again today. I just wanted to kind of come on and keep the flow going with what I've been doing. And hopefully it inspires you as you coming up on your weekend. It's got a little bit of little gold paint in there. Sweaters. Just gonna try to cover the whole thing here. The paint's still a little wet, but that's okay. And what else do I have? Put on the back here. So I may have said this before, but I'm kind of glad that it's cold right now because it's an excuse to stay inside. I have been busy this winter and I haven't really got much time to just be cozy and stay at home. So I'm happy to be home today and not out in the cold weather. No, I had opportunities to go out and I just was glad to be home today. I'll have more opportunities to go out. And there'll still be some chilly days in the spring. Okay. Kind of would like to see how this would work on here. This piece of string. Yeah, let's try that. And up. Okay, and then we have this little flap, which is going to actually be not seen, but I just want to put the paper on it anyway. then I'm thinking out loud here, the inside needs something too. So there's a couple things we could do. But it would mean drying, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now, but I think we can. I need to get some stencils here. And I have this one with letters and chicken wire on it. Let's just take our distress ink and just kind of go over this. And of course you could use a brush or something like that to get the ink down, but I just thought, just go like this. And then go down the opposite side. Get some of that off. Get some of that off. Now this is water soluble, so it will end up washing off if you put another wet thing on there, but it'll dry well enough. And then I can always seal it with something too. Okay, so just got it there. And let's just pick some. Just do the inside edges around it like that. I don't know why lately I've been just picking up scraps of paper and wiping things down. I have no idea why I'm doing it or how I came to think of it, if it was what was handy. And I'm liking it as a way to apply color. Okay, yay, now the inside looks good. And I'm gonna put some on this too. Okay, so I gotta remember here that is the that's the cover. Okay, good thing I remembered that because I was forgetting. Well, let's just distress these edges too. But I almost made a big mistake. And that was, I was going to put the focal point, not a big mistake, but a mistake for what I wanted was I want this to be the back, not the other way around. Okay, so now let's go back to the front. I have this leaf, could be interesting. And I have this thing. I don't really like that with it. I wanted to put, I think I wanted to put this on here, but that might be a little too much. I don't know. Let me take the red off. The red's not working for me. And I think then we need to distress the edges of this too. Have it all kind of blended in. Okay. Just a little bit more. Let's go with this green. And then can I have this leaf poking out? Possibly. Let's do a couple things with the leaf here. I know I said I wasn't going to stay on for much more than 5 minutes, but I'm going to finish this up and then we will move on. And I'm having fun. So this is a little bit of coffee, so I'm just going to put some coffee on this leaf to get it a little bit more brown. And then take this and put some Distress Oxide on there and spray it with a little bit of water. Then let that kind of move around and drip onto the leaf. Yeah. And then let's smush some of this down around here too. Even though again it's going to be behind, but we'll leave a little bit of interest behind. And while we're at it, let's put these letters and stuff on here with, what are we going to use? Well, I'm going to go with the coffee. Yeah. So I'm not trying to get a crisp stencil by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to see if I can get some of that down. Lift it up, and it's mostly gonna just go away. There's that piece that I put the watercolor on the back of. Somewhere in here. I have a piece of watercolor paper. Well, I can't find that one in particular. Here it is. It's under there. I'm just kind of adding some coffee to that one too. Okay, and then my sopping up paper. Okay, I like that. So, all right, close your ears. I am gonna dry it a little bit. That. It's still not quite enough contrast, so I have to decide. I'm gonna put her here. And where did that little piece of red paper go now? We'll just tear some of that up and bring it back in. Put this leaf on there. So there we go. That will be the cover. I'm gonna let this all dry and enjoyed crafting with you again today. And I'll come back with these finished, and we will see how they turned out. Have a good afternoon and weekend. Bye.